Binance has shown its commitment to security and compliance, says a company spokesperson. We discuss what you need to know about the federal probe into Binance. AI coins, the next big crypto narrative, as FET, RLC, Ocean price all explode. Cosmos-based e-money discontinues euro-backed stablecoin. Another partnership for Polygon, this time it's Uniswap. Trump NFT mania is over. Short-term sales have vanished. Hello everybody and welcome to the Assets of Value podcast. Today on January the 10th and every day we connect to share our insights and perspectives on crypto, Web3 and NFT topics. We are the founders of Assets of Value, a Web3 research organization. Our podcast is not to be taken as legal or financial advice. Abe, let's jump straight into it. What the market's looking like today on Tuesday.
Hey Schwab, as we go further into the week, Bitcoin is handling the 17.2k resistance and support region quite firmly, as some of the altcoins are starting to show weaknesses and they could face a little pullback at this point, or we can call it a retracement. The Bitcoin dominance keeps dipping, and it's a good news for altcoins, as pullbacks in Bitcoin may not affect altcoins as it usually does. But you discussed a big topic today, AI. I think we should do a special episode on AI itself, but yeah, I'm excited for this episode.
Yes, I can't wait to get into the AI discussion. That is certainly going to need its own episode. But let's focus on Binance for a minute. So currently they're facing a federal probe into its security and compliance. Do you think Binance could be affected badly with this kind of probe that they're currently going through?
As a competitor to Coinbase and the past away FTX, Binance has a stable position in the US markets. Not only it has a separate US based wing, which is Binance US, Binance also has customers in United States. But the recent probe towards Binance financials seems very timely because there are massive withdrawals in BUSD from Binance exchanges to USDC, as BUSD is losing market cap again. We know that there's a situation with Huobi, and all of these centralized institutions are becoming vulnerable to various threats, is becoming a hot topic these days. However, I would like to consider Binance situation as something stable because they are industry leaders, and if the court or if the agency charges them with a fine, they will be in a good position to pay, just like Coinbase did.
Yeah, I mean, FUD still continues around centralized exchanges. And like you touched on just there, Coinbase just paid that $100 million fine just to, it felt like, to almost settle without the headache needed to get under the hood and investigate its underpinnings or its books. I think that Binance, if they were to be fined, they'll probably just pay it off. But I also think this is a government process where they are trying to understand how an exchange operates and try to get insight by flexing their muscles and almost launching an investigation to position themselves as an authoritative regulation body in some sort of shape, way, or form. I don't think we've heard the end of flooding centralized exchanges. It was good to see Huawei and its owner shore up the cash that it needed to give its customers assurances and confidence that Huawei as an exchange platform is working correctly.
I agree, Schwab. 2023 is going to be a rough year in terms of regulations. After the collapse of FTX, now each agency in the United States is trying to save its people from another FTX situation. Now, I'm really curious how they are going to tackle the stablecoin problem because US senators and feds see stablecoins as a threat or potential threat to the economy because it's non taxable, and this can lead to a secondary government because government is where the money flows into, and whoever controls the money controls the people and society. At this situation, we can see three stablecoins, BUSD, USDC, and USDT, are going to be pioneering the stablecoin movement. At this time, BUSD is under attack because of Binance props. USDT is already under attack because of Evergrande links and links with some weak treasury bonds. And third is USDC, which has affiliation with Circle and still the best among the three. But I believe that there will be a new stablecoin which is completely decentralized emerging in 2023. And the protocol that creates the stablecoins, like Luna, will be the best gainer of 2023.
Wow, that's a massive statement. I think there's still sour taste when it comes to any discussions with Luna and its stablecoin, but certainly one that we can jump into in a future episode. Let's revisit AI coins as the next big crypto narrative. And for those that are further afield, AI has really taken the crypto world by storm, dare I say, even potentially the technology field by storm. We've always seen the dawn of AI rising, but it's never actually materialized. We thought it was 3 years ago, we thought it was 5 years ago, and even as far back as 10 years ago. But if we pair up AI and crypto initiatives, there really could be something there. This latest wind seems to have kicked off with Microsoft in talks to acquire a 49% stake worth $10 billion in ChatGPT owner OpenAI. OpenAI was the fastest growing user base of all time. It got to its million users in record breaking time, and no other company has ever done that. So it's certainly a field that we need to be paying attention to, and I think it's going to be huge for the crypto industry. What's your opinion on this?
I believe AI is the best technology that could evolve in the next 5 years. We are already seeing some small iterations of AI with ChatGPT and OpenAI and other AI based tools. This also could suggest a potential AI bubble. That means all tokens related to AI will pump hard, just like the metaverse bubble did. Now, looking at some of the AI tokens, we can see Fetch AI, Ocean Protocol, they have pumped around 50 to 60% of the week. But I believe the best AI tokens are yet to emerge, and we should be paying attention to the AI space as well as storage space. Because why? AI needs storage, AI needs computational power, and all the data AI generates should be stored in a user friendly, in a sustainable ecosystem, just like Aave. In my opinion, when AI pumps hard, Aviv should follow. Non financial advice as always, but I believe Aviv will be one of the better performing coins in 2023 just because of this AI narrative.
That's an interesting take. Not only would the infrastructure be expanding and are they being critical to that, but VCs love to invest in infrastructure. And if they can get close to the core infrastructure as possible, then that's really positive from an investment perspective. Because if there is any growth, then it's the infrastructure that it will all be built upon. And I think VCs are looking at this very, very closely. It's ambitious for Microsoft to come in and acquire and value OpenAI at $20 billion at such an early stage of its development. But Microsoft has been known to take risks, invest in companies, and I think they will do really well in terms of adding this to their enterprise suite. But for sure, I do think that the crypto world does look for a narrative. The proof is there in terms of user numbers, and when that's backed up with technology that delights the customers and users of such a service, I think that's a perfect blending of a opportunity for further increases. Let's shift gears and discuss Cosmos-based e-money discontinuing euro-backed stablecoin. What's going on in that space?
What Euromoney is doing is exemplary behavior because they know that they don't have enough assets to back the stablecoin. They believe that the stablecoin could be depegged in the future, in the near future, as the project is not making enough revenue to sustain all the stablecoins and its development and security. Why euro is being discontinued? Simply, Axelar bought USDC and USDT into Cosmos. That's the whole reason. Now, Cosmos investors can entrust their stablecoins or stablecoin assets with USDC or USDT rather than putting in euro. Eventually, the demand for euro will reduce and the whales will try to manipulate it. It could lead to another USD situation where whales provide enough liquidity as for stablecoin swaps between USDC and euro, and the swap fees will be so high that they will recoup what they lost as the initial investment. I'm not suggesting this could happen, but this is a way that was used to destroy USD.
It seems the blueprint for non-USD stablecoins seems to be up in the air, and there is no concrete way to capitalize on this situation. Yes, we do need stablecoins at the very least from converting fiat money into crypto-based currency, and any USD derivative or anything that is backed one to one against the US dollar seems to be the only solution for now. From where I'm sitting, the others are struggling. USD does seem to be the reserve currency of the world. And to be honest, I'm not particularly shocked that e-money is discontinuing this euro-backed stablecoin, especially with the whole EU region redrafting their crypto regulations. I think we've not heard the end of euro regulations, euro-backed stablecoin, and there's more to come. Right, let's switch gears and move over to Polygon. They seem always to be in the news for the right reasons. This time they've secured another partnership, and this time it's with Uniswap, which is a crypto native company. Usually they reach out and successfully onboard Web2 companies. But why are they partnering with a crypto exchange or decentralized exchange in the form of Uniswap?
The reason is simple. Polygon believes decentralization is the way forward. And what's the best decentralized DEX out there? Uniswap. Although there are really good innovative projects like Curve, Balancer, Uniswap still remains the best AMM on Ethereum and on ZK Sync. Although we know that QuickSwap is the biggest DEX in Polygon, that doesn't keep Polygon away from making a partnership with Uniswap. This is the key because ZC said it 6 months ago that centralized exchanges are intermediaries and decentralized exchanges are the future. That was the triggering tweet that pushed TWT Trust Wallet token into a 3x gains in less than 3 weeks. That means holding some uni tokens might be beneficial if you are counting the next bull run. But the catch here is uni has pretty big, substantial unlocks happening in 2023. That means you could pick up the token cheaper than it used to be.
It's refreshing that a owner of a centralized exchange is saying that decentralized exchanges are the future. Very positive indeed. Right, just before we close out, I want to revisit Trump and the NFT mania that really gripped the whole of the NFT space in December, just before Christmas. Sunday's total was over 99% lower than December's peak day, as the short-lived bubble of demand has well and truly popped. Trump NFT mania is pretty much over. But what we can infer in this is yes, there is an appetite to collect NFTs, and Trump embodied that with his fan base. It sold out within hours, raising $4.5 million in the process. But with statements and figures like I've just quoted, it feels to me that any new collector that's buying or purchasing these NFT, especially on Polygon, seems to be doing it for literally the love, and they're not sticking around to trade in or trade out of these NFTs. So I do think that Trump NFT collection has proved the point that onboarding new users is possible. Polygon chain is viable. We need the fiat currency on-ramp solution to help these new users come into the system. But what we can also observe is that these traders are not sticking around and interacting with other NFTs and actually progressing or building their bags. I thought that was pretty interesting. Anyway, we've kind of timed out from our show. It's been super fun as usual. I'm glad you're able to jam with us today. That's it. Until next time, thanks everybody. Signing off.